Browning shooter Elliot Roberts is out after a wild boar on the hillside above Loch Ness. There are some real monsters around here, and that's no myth. Grant Clark of Highland Deer Management has not only seen them with his own eyes, he's dragged massive carcasses off the hill too.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest we've shot was just over 150 kilos, larger weight. So that's with the head off, legs off, ready for the butchery basically. So it's quite a big animal.
Well, that takes some dragging, I think.
Yeah, it did, yeah. It took a few of us. Serious problem for people. If we look around here, you can see the extent of damage that's been caused. This whole area used to be completely flat, and it's been completely turfed over, as you can see, with them digging. So when they're digging up somebody's front garden, it's not ideal for them. Farmers, landowners, yeah, problematic for everybody. They have been known to kill sheep. There was a few instances before, further down the loch, where they were pushing sheep into a corner and killing the lambs. So yeah, they can be problematic for animals as well. They breed worse than rabbits. One sow will have maybe 6-7 piglets, and after 6-7 months that piglets are ready for breeding as well. So you can imagine how quickly they'll populate an area. They've come all the way from Fort Augustus right up the loch, and they're now literally outside Inverness as well. We're seeing groups of 15, 16 coming in at a time, sometimes maybe more, and then we're getting solitary ones as well.
Elliot has shot one boar with Grant before, and tonight he's hoping for another. He's brought his current favourite Browning rifle.
Yeah, really nice. It's the A-Bolt 3 Plus. Last couple of years I've been using the X-Bolt, which is obviously the kind of top of the range of the Browning rifles. I think this is marketed more at the kind of entry level of the market, but it's a really robust, sturdy rifle, and it's the kind of the one that I've been going to first out of the cabinet nowadays. On the top we've got the Kite B6 scope, which is a 2 to 12 by 50 scope. It has LED red dot in there with a few different brightness settings. Really good in low light and really nice, sharp, clear picture. And then we've got a recent addition, which is the Infrared Mate MAH50 thermal clip-on, which I only used for the first time last week, but managed to get myself a fox with it, and it's an amazing piece of kit, and it's quite nice to get a bit of footage of the shot.
Elliot's Browning is a 308, which should be more than adequate for a clean kill on a boar.
There's no legal minimum calibre for them. There is a recommended of 150 grain bullet head. So anything with 150 grain heads should drop them on the spot as long as they're shot properly.
We have the right kit. Finding the boar and getting a shot is going to be the real challenge. They're super wary, have highly tuned senses and move silently through the landscape like ghosts.
Very intelligent animals. Yeah, very intelligent. Very quiet, very light on its feet as well. And movement, silently. And they're very skittish as well. Slightest noises, things like that, and they're gone. And that's them. Once they're gone, they don't come back. Good sport.
Yeah.
Good sport. It's a good adrenaline rush when they do show themselves. Well, we went for a stalk on one of the other permissions and went round the hill where we shot them before, but unfortunately they weren't out, or they weren't in the area where we were. Plenty of deer about though. They're classed as wild pigs basically. I believe they're bred with domestic pig at some point down the line. So we're seeing bronze coloured ones. They're not all black. There's some that are spotted as well. We've got photos of them. Some of them are woolly, hairy, wiry. So yeah, they're sort of mixed mash. There's no season for them, and they're technically classed as pests, so they can be shot under light, they can be shot under thermal, obviously day scopes as well. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to their method. They just seem to kind of do as they please, when they please. I mean, they could be here tonight, and then 2 nights later they're 30 miles down the road. There doesn't seem to be any pattern to them. Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Many nights have been spent out here, and yeah, blank nights. No boar.
Sure enough, after a long walk we've seen plenty of deer, but not a single boar. Grant decides we'll sit in a hide for a while to see if they show up. We settle down for a long, cold wait. Grant reckons that without a huge effort to control the boar, they're set to become a massive problem across much of Scotland.
They'll eat anything that they can get their hands on, basically. Bulbs, roots, ground nesting birds, you'll have a massive problem. In Europe, where they've got massive boar problems. There's nothing else on the ground. All ground nesting birds are completely gone, everything.
So surely the authorities are doing something about the growing boar population?
No, it's been put down to the landowners to deal with the problem themselves, basically. Deer numbers, culls, things like that, yeah. But when it comes to the boar, there's nothing in place yet. Eventually it will do. They'll end up taking over. The way they breed, there'll be far too many of them.
In the end, the boar do not show for Elliot tonight. He will be back for another go for a Loch Ness monster.
It's a little bit disappointing, but I just enjoy being outside, you know, it's just nice to get out of the house. Yeah, it's never an evening wasted. It'd have been nice to have seen a boar, but just seeing all the other bits and pieces potting about, it's better than sitting at home watching Netflix, isn't it?
For more about Browning rifles, see browning.eu, and to find stockists of any of the kit in this film, go to kitfinder.co.uk.